criteria. Vertical asymptotes are x equals negative 9/8 and x equals 8/9. Horizontal asymptote is y equals negative 2/72. And the x-intercepts are negative 9, 0, and 8/2, 0. Yes, I know that's 4, but the computer didn't simplify it for a reason. It makes life easier if we don't. How am I going to build this rational function? Suggestions? Well, let's
Deduce
think
it.
about Where did my vertical asymptotes come from?
Denominator?
Taking my denominator and making it equal to 0. So if I start with my vertical asymptotes and work backwards, I will end up with my denominator because I can build that polynomial. So this is my denominator polynomial we're going to start building.
8x plus 9.
So I will have x equals negative 9/8 and x equals 8/9. Now in the past we just moved it over, but to make life easier at the end of this problem, it's better to multiply both the denominator out and then move over the negative 9. So on this one I would have 8x equals negative 9, so 8x plus 9 equals 0. Here I would have 9x equals 8, so 9x minus 8 equals 0, and then when I put them together to make my denominator, I will have 8x plus 9 times 9x minus 8. And what is the one thing that I always put in here when I'm building polynomials unless I'm told otherwise? What? Okay, we'll put an A. We put a leading coefficient because we might have lost it along the way. So this is now my denominator. Alrighty. How am I going to find my numerator? That's the part I got to find next.
That horizontal asymptote.
No, the horizontal asymptote's not going to do it for me.
The x-intercept?
Yep, they're going to do it for me.
Okay.
How is that going to help? Well, think about when we were finding our x-intercepts over here. We set the whole thing equal to 0, and then the next step was right here. What is this thing right there from that problem? This was my numerator. So my x-intercepts came from setting everything equal to 0, and the next step is having the numerator equal to 0. So I can use my x-intercepts to work backwards
Right.
and find my numerator.
So x
Can you
equals
say that
89.
one more time, please?
Okay. When I was finding my x-intercepts, the step after the first one had my numerator from the previous problem equal to 0. So I worked my way down to the x-intercepts. I can take my x-intercepts that are given there and work my way back up to the numerator of this rational function. So that's how I'm going to build my numerator. All right, so I have negative 9, 0, and 8/2, 0, which is the part that was down here. So the step right before that was to have x equals each of the individual x point values. So x equals negative 9, and x equals 8/2. This one I can just move over since there's no denominator, x plus 9 equals 0. This one, because it's set up to make life nicer if we do it this way, we can do 2x equals 8, so 2x minus 8 equals 0. So our polynomial will be, for the numerator, x plus 9 times 2x minus 8, and what do I put in front?
A.
I can't use A again because I used it here and it's not going to be the same one. So I'm going to call it a B here, the leading coefficient. All right. Now, I've used everything except the horizontal asymptote. My function looks something like this. F of x equals b times x plus 9 times 2x minus 8 divided by a times 8x plus 9 times 9x minus 8. According to the horizontal asymptote, when I go as x approaches infinity,
Huh?
f of x is supposed to approach what? Negative 2 over 72. Okay, well, let's look at my problem. As x approaches infinity, what's important in the numerator? What's important in this piece? The x, what's important in this piece? The 2x, and then that's all multiplied by b, so this is 2bx squared. Yeah, that's what all the important pieces are. What's important in my denominator? Well, the a is multiplying the 8x and the 9x, so I have 72a times x squared. So what is that getting close to? Well, 2b over 72a. What is it supposed to be getting close to? Negative 2 over 72. Well,
So
what
it's
does that
negative
mean I need to make my b be?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. So b is going to need to be negative 1, and a then would need to be 1, because only one of them should be negative. So my polynomial will be, in the end, f of x equals
Why is it
negative 1 times, why is it negative?
Oh, because
Because I'm supposed to be getting to negative 2 over 72, and so one of those two had to be negative in order for that to happen. So negative 1 times x plus 9 times 2x minus 8, all divided by, and I can leave off the